Welcome to May 2024 vlog 5 of Cata vlog. This month I was going to talk about stuff, an enormous amount of material items, the overwhelming amount of stuff that everyone has, almost everyone in the UK. However, I think I'll leave that for another month because today, 17th of May, is Idahobit. That's International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia and Transphobia. And in fact, all the anti-LGBTQIA plus rhetoric that happens so much these days, happens in so many spheres. So the anti-phobic message, we want to reduce and ideally eliminate hatred, eliminate irrational fear. There is no reason to fear people simply because they're gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender or queer or asexual or intersex or pansexual or questioning. No reason to fear two-spirit people. Certainly it seems to happen a lot in the UK, seems to happen a lot in the USA, in France. It's been pretty bad in some other countries too. Following people on social media, get the impression that there's a lot of division out there and a lot of hatred towards people who are simply authentic, being their authentic selves. Anyone who's discovered their true self, and not everyone does for many years. It can be really frightening. I first came out in 1987, so a really long time ago. It took around 5 years altogether to deal with everything. An awful lot of fear at that time. Back then, in the late 80s and early 90s, there was an awful lot of hatred around towards anyone who was LGBT. It was around the time of Section 28, which was a pretty difficult law, but that's had long-term consequences. Things seem to go in waves. We make progress, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, that kind of situation. When people realise about their sexuality or their gender identity, it's difficult enough to realise that you're part of a fairly small minority, 1 in 10 for the whole LGBTQ community. The UK is 15th on the list by Asher Ferguson of safe countries for trans people. Never mind, the UK's 10th when it comes to the LGBT community as a whole. And given that the laws and the political climate makes it difficult enough here, it's really hard to imagine how awful the situation must be in the more oppressive countries. And it's very difficult to know how that will ever get changed for the better. There's going to be an awful lot of campaigning. There's such a long road ahead to create a world where people are born anywhere on the planet and can feel safe to be their authentic self. So Idahobit is going to be around for a very long time. Just to conclude this, I will talk about this again no doubt in future, but please keep safe wherever you are, and solidarity and love wherever you are on the planet. If you're watching this and you are dealing with prejudice and hatred, I hope that things improve for you. One thing we can all do is support queer businesses, support LGBT-owned enterprises. And one thing I've discovered within the last 24 hours is that the Rainbow Stores here in London has created a periodic table. It's like a poster that lists all of the different types of gender identity and sexuality and arrow and asexuality, all the different elements of LGBTQIA plus, in the form that looks like a periodic table. I think it's such a genius pun to call it the queriodic table. So I'm going to post a link, and it's £29. It's an amazing educational tool. And I think creative ideas like this are wonderful. Getting information out so that people become more aware and more educated. That's the way forward. That's how we can learn to support each other and make the world a safer, fairer world for the next generation. Happy Idahobit Day. Support local queer businesses in your area. Thanks for watching. Thanks if you subscribe. Please like if you like this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now. There's a longer version of this that I was thinking about yesterday that involved all of the letters, combining all of the letters and using them for... I was trying to include as much of LGBTQI. Idahobit Day. It doesn't exactly ring off the tongue, does it?